As time drags on, the chapter begins with Kiri looking up into the spiral sky and tried to remember the day of Shuichi-da's funeral. The smoke then soon slowly fall into the dragon pond as if the pond were sucking to smoke it. Kiri's father was then introduced as a blacksmith who appeared as if he was possessed. The next scene, we then see that there are smoke that swirl from her father to him. The building is visited again, but very little is done for the scene. The scene then shifts to the Midoriyama-shi Cultural Center. Everyone was there to look at the art exhibition, and they were mesmerized by the very odd pot and plate. Kiri's father explained.
I am embarrassed. They were all normal pots and plates, but as soon as I put them in the kiln, they become radically deformed. But I believe as work of art, they are quite successful, as if they have the life of their own.
One of the spectators asking what the type of clay that he used, in which he refused as if he hiding something. In confines siront, Kiri's father does not sold any piece and bring it back home. Kiri questioning about the art on the pattern and their nature. Kiri's brother then noticed that there are a person face over the piece.
This one looked like a women's, as if they were Shuichi, mother and father.
Kiri's father then refuse and think it must be a coincidence, which his family critique about his moral. Kiri's mother shout,
"How could you make something so vicious?"
They then recognize that the face has been identified as citizen who had died recently, and each of them are cremated in Kurouzu-cho. While Kiri's father does not know about the matter, but he believed that sometime nature can create things beyond our imagination. In the morning, Kiri and her mother talk about inviting Shuichi to the house to look at the piece. Shuichi refuses and denies an invitation, not because he does not want to Kiri a house, but he thinks that her house was near the dragonfly pond, which infest with spiral. Either way, we could see that Shuichi still go over for lunch. As Shuichi eating the noodle prepared by Kiri's family, he noticed as it swirl into a spiral shape, which startles Shuichi, as if it tried to get him dizzy. Kiri then noticed that,
"Dad, this is one of the plate you just made. What it doing on the table?"
and at that moment we learned that the plate he made is cursed because he used mud from the dragonfly pond and might be made out of dead people. The next day, Kiri's father keep digging clay from the dragonfly pond. As he shaped clay and made vase, he forbade his family to go near the cottage at any cost. While Kiri's curiosity get the best of her, she started to go check her father. What Kiri witnessing a feature of chaotic and disturbing depiction of numerous distorted faces and twisted forms exude a loud and horrifying sound, burned by the fire. Kiri then calls Shichi about her hearing the screaming. At that moment, she could hear Shuichi's voice at the kiln, where Shuichi fight with Kiri's father, saying Lipawit, as if someone calling him. He then grab a stone and destroy the furnace gate, which released the soul trapping in the kiln, burning the whole cottage down to the ground. At the final scene, we see Kiri's father getting obsessed with the vase, the same as Shuichi's father to the spiral shape.